All right. Welcome back, you beautiful bastards, to not where we were last time, but I'm not gonna run all the way back there just to then run all the way friggin' over here. Yes, I'm ready now. Bleh. Feathers and trees.
Gats, ingeni tasseraya. Oyaner mongeni wanundo se edeni roro ke tinohoda de dom zomne ayogara we ori wage. Andi jadasa wane edeni sto zeraroro ke. Amando eneka ne toda andi jatka tuni we ne ayedeni ti nakwa tsari.
Okay. We run safely in the trees. Oh, what was that? Oh, yes, the database. Oh, yeah, and we have a freaking. Oh, that's a lot of reading. The Tuscarora Nation? Tuscarora? Meaning hemp gatherers, the Tuscarora Nation is a member of the Confederacy. Originally from North Carolina, the Tuscanora migrated northward and were adopted by the in between 1714 and 1722. From that point on, the was referred to as the Six Nations Confederacy. What the hell is all this, huh? The Three Sisters, the primary economy of the Confederacy was horticulture, cultivating what the call the Three Sisters, corn, beans, and squash. The women of the village were primarily in charge of the community's economy and tended the fields to the fields, whatever. While the men su- supplemented their economy, yeah, supplemented through hunting and fishing. The economy figures prominently in their spiritual cycle of ceremonies, as the clan will hold Thanksgiving ceremonies to welcome and honor a particular plant or food during corresponding seasons. When George Washington wanted to neutralize the Confederacy during the American Revolution, he ordered General Sullivan to destroy every village, specifically targeting their cornfields, an act that earned Washington and succeeding presidents the title Town Destroyer. Nice. The Seneca Nation, meaning people of the Big Hill, the Seneca Nation, is member of the Confederacy, geographically located on the western end of the Confederacy. The Seneca are called the Keepers of the Western Door and are responsible for protecting the western entrance into their territory. We have the Chiefs, plural and singular. Oh, it's plural when it has two eyes. Singular if it's one, okay. It's generally translated as chiefs. Each chief is named after one of the original founders of the league when it was established. These leaders represent their clan and nation at the Grand Council. The chiefs also serve as leadership within their respective nation. Each chief is installed by a clan mother who use specific criteria to ensure he is qualified to ensure this hereditary position. A chief is installed for life and is only released on account of merit, sickness, or death. We got the Onondagan Daga Nation? Onondaga Nation? Meaning people of the hills, not the big hills, the other hill. The Onondaga Nation is a member of the Confederacy as well, of course, centrally located amongst the uh, equonies, sorry, nations. The Onondaga Nation serves as the firekeepers or capital of the Confederacy. And then we got the Oneida Nation, meaning people of the Standing Stone. The Oneida Nation is a member of the Confederacy. Both the Oneida and Cayuga nations are referred to as the younger brothers in the Grand Council. Ooh, okay. Then we got the Mohawk, meaning the people of the Flint. The Mohawk are indigenous people who traditionally inhabit a territory that stretches northward from the Mohawk River Valley to the St. Lawrence River Valley. The Mohawk and the Mohawk and a spans a geographic area of what is now known as New York State, Western Vermont, and southern Quebec. The Mohawk joined the Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, and Seneca nations who founded an alliance or confederation over 1,000 years ago called People of the Longhouse. The people of the Longhouse were also known as the Iroquois, whatever. My God. By the French and the Six Nations Confederacy by the English following the naturalization of the Tuscarora Nation in 1722. Called Mohawk by the Dutch after an offensive Algonquin term for cannibal. Oh. uh, Uh, well, I guess the people of the Flint are considered to be the keepers of the Eastern Door, sharing the Seneca Nation that the responsibility for guarding the doorways of the symbolic longhouse of the Confederacy. Due to their strategic geographic location in the East, the people of the Flint were the first of the Confederacy nations to establish diplomatic and economic relations with Europeans on behalf of the Confederacy. My God. The term that refers to a group of indigenous peoples who inhabited the eastern woods of North America, Great Lakes, and St. Lawrence River Valley areas, made up of Mohawk, Oneida, freaking Onondaga, Kaya, Seneca, and Cherokee. I know how to say that one. Southern peoples, yeah. They share a common ancestry, social organization, economy, spiritual beliefs, and dialects deriving from a proto language. The term is often synonymous with the Confederacy, a political league made up of all of them, and later them as well, the people of the Longhouse. Around 1,000 years ago, a long and bloody war engulfed the five indigenous nations that inhabited what is now known as central New York State, southern Ontario, southern Quebec, and western Vermont. In the west, where the Seneca and Cayuga nations, the east were you freaking the Mohawk and Oneida nations located in the center of the territory was the Onondaga nations. In the midst of war, a messenger known as the Peacemaker provided a path of peace, the righteousness, and power that unified these nations and put an end to their bloody war. The union or alliance is called the people of the Longhouse, a Western term that is generally translated as people of the Longhouse. The Mohawk term is that, which means they are building an extended house. In 1722, the Tuscarora Nation adopted and into the, Longhouse, becoming the sixth nation of the Confederation. The foundation of the Confederacy is the Great Law of Peace. This ancient doctrine provides an elaborate and efficient institution of democratic governance, social and economic stability, and a moral equation to achieve a personal and collective peace. The Confederacy is a constitutional democracy that is governed by a group of 50 chiefs who make decisions through a complex uh, consensus building process. In colonial times, the Confederacy held a prevalent political and military influence over the eastern woodlands of North America. The Great Law of Peace, often translated as the Great Law of Peace, uh, the Constitution of the Longhouse Confederacy, these teachings outlined the basic principles that unified the original five nations into a powerful league, based upon the good tidings of peace and strength. It also provides a complex decision-making methodology that is achieved through consensus building. In 1987, a subcommittee of the United States Congress officially acknowledged the influence of the Confederacy and the Great Law of Peace upon the U.S. Constitution. Oh, now that's pretty interesting. I mean, all of this was interesting. I didn't know, like, you had five nations and then, six nation all as one that controlled that. That's cool. Yeah, there's so much reading. And I'm so scared to horribly butcher these names. I'm sorry. John Fraser, though, I know how to say that. Also spelled Fraser or Frazier, was a Scottish-born trader living in the area of Fort during the French and Indian War and a participant in the Braddock expedition. Fraser left Scotland sometime after 1745, possibly because of political troubles. The Frasers had supported the Stuarts, who were on the losing end of a rebellion. He set up a trade on the upper frickin' river. Was that one? A- Allegheny River? But was quickly ran out of his cabin by the French. He moved further down the river near modern-day Pittsburgh, built a new cabin, and continued to trade. Fraser was one of the settlers building a fort on the site of Fort near his own land. Uh, when the French took over again, Fraser supplied Washington's attempt to reclaim the fort in 1754, which was followed by the defeat of Fort Necessity, and served as the chief scout during the Braddock expansion. After Braddock failed, Fraser gave up on the area, depriving the French of a third opportunity to chase him off his land. So I suppose, as a small victory, he moved to Tuscarora Valley before finally settling at Fort Bedford. Did we read this one? The hammock thing, yeah. Yeah, we read that already. Whoop, there was someone else, of course, at the very bottom. Ah, yes, our old friend. Did we read this one as well? Theo's actions during the brother along with the relation. Yeah, 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 I think. Yeah, we read that. Are we done reading? No, of course not. Oh, the culture. Oh, God, this is freaking like part two of freaking Revelations all over again. Cayuga Nation, meaning people of the swamp. The Cayuga Nation is a member of the Confederacy. Both the Cayuga and Andina nations are referred to as the younger brothers in the Grand Council. Yes, we read that. Clan mothers. Is generally translated as clan mothers. A clan mother is a female leader of her clan family. Aside from her social and spiritual roles, a clan mother is politically responsible for selecting a chief who would represent her clan family. She watches the potential candidates from the time these men were boys, looking for the special qualities and merit needed for this position of leadership, grooming them along the way. It has been said that Confederacy leaders are not born, they are cultivated. A clan mother is installed for life and is only released on account of merit, sickness, or death. The clan system. Uh, uh, Britain are a material, material society, material society transferring identity through the mother's lineage. The extended family is called a clan. Have three clans: the Turtle Clan, Wolf Clan, and Bear Clan. Family names are and clans are passed down from mother to child. Hence why freaking uh, because didn't Zio she had kind of the canyon, whatever. I think I see some similarities in the names. I can understand like carrying that name from mother to child, so it's part of your name, yeah. Each member of the clan is considered a relative regardless of which Confederacy nation they belong to. For example, a Wolf Clan member of the nation and a Wolf Clan member of the Seneca nation are still considered relatives. Likewise, the men and women of the nation practice exogamy, marrying outside their ma- maternal line family or whatever. Okay, I'm sorry. My God, these words, man. These words. Clans have specific social, spiritual, and political roles to play in society and is the pillar of traditional governance. Within the clans of all leadership members hold equal powers and are accountable to everyone. A woman leader called the clan mother holds a powerful leadership role in the nation and has the authority to select a chief to represent her clan politically. Moreover, she also has the power to depose her chief and replace him with another candidate. Taking into account all she knows about the candidate is in his dealings throughout his life, she decides who is a good fit to represent the clan. Clan mothers choose men who are honest, reliable, and clear-headed with a knowledge of the great law of peace. Amongst the nations, there are 8 clans. 8! Oh my God, turtle, wolf, beaver, hawk, eel, deer, bear, and snipe. Snipe? Oh, gotta tell Carl that I found it. Clans, anyway, themselves, they have 3 clans: the turtle, wolf, and bear. This is all on the test. You better be taking notes. My God, there's just a lot. I mean, they did their research. You can't deny that. The Grand Council of Chiefs is the central governing authority of the Confederacy. The Grand Council is made up of 50 chiefs who represent each of the original 5 nations. Each of the 50 chiefs installed on the council is named after one of the original founders of the League when it was established. During debates of the Grand Council, the are divided into 3 deliberating parties. The first party is made up of both Seneca and Mohawk chiefs. The second party is made up of both Oneida and Cayuga chiefs, including the Tuscarora chiefs. The third party is made up of Onondaga chiefs, called the Firekeepers. As the facil- facilitators of the council, the Seneca and Mohawk chiefs present the standing issue to the chiefs of the Oneida and Cayuga nations, including the Tuscan nation. Following a discussion amongst themselves, the Oneida and Cayuga chiefs, along with the Tuscan nation, shall formulate a resolution of the standing issue and return it to the Seneca and Mohawk chiefs for their consideration. The two parties shall then deliberate upon the standing issue back and forth in this manner until they achieve a consensus. Once both the Seneca Mohawk chiefs and the Oneida and Kiniga and Tuscarora chiefs come to one mind, the standing issue is then passed along with the to the Ondagomno chiefs, who shall either confirm the resolution or offer a counter proposal. When you have all these names back to back, you start confusing me on just general words. Man, oh my God. What the hell, man? They really went all out. Freaking longhouses. In the times before European contact and up until the early 1800s, longhouses originally served as the living quarters of people, stretching between 400 and 40 and 20 feet long. Longhouses were then long rectangular structures that housed a number of families belonging to a particular frickin' maternal family, clan family, along with the inner walls, where one compartment, where open compartments for each nuclear family with a long courtyard in the center, which connected the two entries on each end of the building. Kind of reminds me of a frickin', Viking long houses. They had long houses. Two adjacent families would share one fire hearth at each carpet compartmental increment. Compartmental increment. When the peacemaker brought the good tidings of peace and power to the people, he used the concept of the Longhouse as the symbol of the political and spiritual union of the Confederacy. The Great Law of Peace identifies specifically geographically appropriate household roles for each of the five nations sheltered beneath the dormers of the symbolic longhouse. I've never heard of that dormers. Freaking dormitories, maybe, but dormers? Dormers? The Mohawks serve as the keepers of the eastern door. The Senecas are keepers of the western door, and the centrally placed on the gong serves as the firekeepers, where all Confederate business is transacted. Each nation had its own hearth, which symbolized its own domestic government, while the rafters symbolized the laws of the League. That continues to extend with every resolution of the Grand Council of Chiefs. The wampum, made from seashells found along the eastern seaboard, wampum was used amongst the native people as eastern woodlands amongst the Confederacy. Wampum made from the quahog shell would be refined into cylindrical beads and used to create belts and strings, which would be used as huh? What the fuck is that? Mnemonic tools that commemorate treaties, laws, and other important events, in addition to symbols of legitimacy for leadership. The War Club. A war club is a traditional weapon. Atop a long wooden shaft, a long ball is carved around the knot of a hardwood tree, which is used as a blunt club against their enemies. War post. When a village was to take up the warpath, they sometimes held a ritual whereby the warriors would strike a large wooden post in the village to prepare for battle. A hatchet would be left in the post until the war was finished, when it would be removed. And the hatchet tomahawk. Traditionally, the blade of uh, a hatchet was the was with flint stone. However, with the introduction of metal into their society, the hatchet became much more efficient and deadly. In the colonial era, hatchet molds were fixed with a pipe for smoking. Oh my God, dual purpose. Are we done? Oh my God, 25 minutes. 25 minutes of
Aswene,
goddamn reading.
Yazodi the one to rehne wahi.
I'm sorry.
Oh, the gun has got not that.
Easy, Ona.
Press X.
Huh? Zezak tinuwe yo zikunde. Zahaga yo yanere.
Yum Zaskats.
Nekti doni gari wes tona yo tunhage. Nona ska guidene ne, the wasa gayeri ni hadi runungwe, kaa ta hunana dahwage. So nona askana nage ne, ta de watna neda. Iga gar hagunsu ahun doratu, kaa ahun zage ahun dadi daru. Garu ne zosera aska de wanyawa na hadihage. Yahtes kari wes ta yunki yahwa daze te.
Sego ino tumnes.
Ha, nekti zaha akta da hunenu haje. Te dun zohum jokna e de waire. Toga yaho atena tai de waire, toga yah tai de waderio. To are na zawane.
Tokniko hak. Wagerek the gari hunyani o near to the agerato.
Tigawanio. To agux yotti nakuni. Zaha gasto zeriohage diniotne oya.
Next year, Tamdo era ye the net and Nikahondake.
Yahta diodun zohum unka go deriandere wahi. How yungeni dogaski doga and deni gweni toya yedenewe. Ne dosa ya yedini rada ne unzage.
Without touching the ground.
What there on that Sirax on a giga.
Oh boy, that's going to be
Taskina
the
gera.
do not touch ground or water. Well, feel like I'm pretty screwed.
Wahnek daxer.
Whoops. Whoop.
You draw it on there.
Tazada dehtak.
Squirrel.
Gahnyor dasse.
Oh, okay. Okay, that did not count. Good. Huh?
Meow.
Whoop.
Ona deni rata.
Zozi one.
Oh, hey, was this the synchronization point?
Ti isere zaha set satstege doga yah chasadatrege.
Next year, Onayao and the Gant Jadan at the Nogihi.
Doga oya wat ti nakunyanyo akta. Satkan zera.
Oh. Whoop. Eh. Wait. Oh, wait, we gotta get that feather. Oh, God. Should I even get this feather? Would I be able to freaking get back here? I'm not gonna risk it. We're doing well so far. I would hate to screw up, you know. And fail the objective. Just because I wanted to get a collectible that's not going anywhere. Good. What? Sniffed it. Woo! Oh, I would have totally died there. Freaking my head hit the goddamn tree branch on my way down.
Nahoda, what got ni guruni?
Yattawak Quenio Aguego Yangani Harange. Ga got their hard as in your Aguego on Seroroge. Got the Easter at the Gaieri Zinigo Yungania.
We can never have enough.
Don't go hard again. The Garden on top.
Can I even get this one? Yeah, I probably have to freaking go all the way over here. I would say definitely like freaking this game taught me very much how to look at the environment and see clues. Like you see how that tree is there, and then that leads to the pole there, and then you have these little bits there, and then you see that tree post over there. That's somewhere you can climb. You know, you open your third eye and you start to freaking see everything. Well, I guess I gotta get that. Can I get this again? Hmm. This one's kind of out there. I'll get that one, I think. And then playing the other. Oh, yeah, I guess. Never mind. We don't need that one now. Too far out of the way anyway. But then playing other Assassin's Creed games strengthened, just, you know, seeing the pathways that they place. Let me just get rid of that because that would be annoying. Oh, hunting. Great. Oh, full synchronization. You can't see it, but it's there.
I want to go on Jahtanti on.
Ya, segu de dom zong mai deni wararoro ge danu ganehum.
Aguahia no want to take a Rawiaha. Then a dozen zeros Zuzi Wagareso.
Anguri hunya, kanadakta
Did,
ezut
did
kudina
people call you
gereni,
fat?
ton di
Did I
jadorata.
call you fat in the past?
Dom zong yo snore an dayo quate. Yot quenia sia kan heyate. Kaya danoru ne giga de hum tanega.
Hold on. Do we have any? What's the side? Okay.
Onek tia de waderi wa quenias tage ne sa oyera. Sada denak totas aun dasa de
Oops.
sanuni. Dogan se sadovate. Ande wadu nege ne gario. Tano yan wadorat serayan da ne.
Reflex shot.
Sanio.
Oops.
Ona
Hit the tree.
antenian zere. Lo snore se wahra guetarungo. Skena sun a tanut kayeri. Yahta o waru kok tat de zadohumzoni. Nekti ganehum oni. Togo danzas jujera tu onek tia se tsari zinume guja darorox ne gundirio. Dio sumagaru de, ti de watskan hunkwa. Ti gahnegi rata. Zezak ne ganendere matrori zi unwak to dundundawarie.
Place a snare where hares gather. Would I know where they gather? Oh, right here. I'm so used to when you do bows and arrows, you hold it and you pull it back. This you just freaking shoot. R1. Snare.
Hauki oya zijat karhara.
There's our traps that can catch and immobilize targets.
Gan tozat karhara.
Ka niot.
Yanere, how jade nyanda ne zaha gario dawana ye deniena,
Bigger
zinigariere sinerir
game.
hare.
Track the deer in the area. Oh, what's this? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. That tastes like berries.
To idawes. Sa de sa nios ni za ona.
Ya, kaya gwire danu gahore au naya anga daksa de ne ganehum. Ne gigas kaya da gesnu sage angats de zi anjena. Onak tiskena asu a ange. Toga oskenundu ayungeniga amadego. Takwa de rorok. Tawaga da hujo se au da geni gura di hato.
Oh, do I need to? You just, you know, I guess I need a bait. Do- Shit. Oh,
Wizaga.
Jok no hoda era yung geni gura hawite.
yeah, I mean,
Onak
I don't,
tiska de
was,
nyada.
it wasn't allowing me to shoot before. I guess I just have to go up behind it and kill it. Okay.
Wizaga.
Jok no hoda era yung geni gura hawite. Onak tiska de nyada.
I don't know why I can't just shoot it.
Yot kwenyes. The next you a serio. Yo yanere.
Ona deni rora ge zino hoda de odon zohun.
You want to read about deer and hair? I forgot to do that. Wow, look at that. Cool. Who cares?
On ze jatka zera
Oh
ne
my
yung
God.
karharakwa.
Oop. Ooh. Should I have skinned your snare? Your snared hair?
Tim jadum zoni sego. Nekti yate zugini nakto de. Onak ti de deni zaru ajadora de. Toga idenere ya da idenokta.
Yatte wag der yan dare.
Kunye takwa. Tazada de tak ni nize.
Ah, hunt more than one type of animal. Combine bait and snare to catch an animal. Air assassin. Oh my God, this is gonna take forever. Oh, Could I place like a snare here, you think? And then use the bait. You use the bait. You think that would work? Oh, okay. I got air assassinate another freaking thing. So I need to kill one more type of animal. Whoops. That would be our animal right there. Nope, that's a deer. Oh my, oh God, went all crazy. Oh, the deer's killing me. Oh, okay. God, approached from behind like that. Scared. Hmm. Wah. Oh, well, Connor's still not an assassin yet, so can't quite do assassinations properly. Hmm. Yes. Lay the bait.
Aunzaka kede ona.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do a lot of that because I believe there's some like items I need to freaking, you know, craft with animal pelts, I
Kana
think.
dogu?
Or maybe that's just
Ona
in
awa ne.
4. Oh boy.
Otku.
It's not gonna be a bear or anything, right? No, it's a bear. Reflex shot. Oh, too slow. Reflex shot. Reflex. I gotta just escape. Okay, well, can't get me up here, bear. I bet that pelt would be great. Eh, eh. Okay. Eh. Gonna assassinate that deer because I felt like it. I could have killed that bear, no problem, if I had more arrows.
Agua gets honey, ge. Was geht nyaga de? Nyawa.
Am ze jahtandi ona. Ayawa siro najage hodi ni guhrayanda ne. Tino jera yah ezo de tiena.
Nexiato deot.
Oh niot.
Rat dukhawa hageri hunya.
Oh, thank you. Oh, full synchronization. Oh, and this is a longhouse. Nice. Hello, clan mother. Something to remember. Okay.
Agaderian dare dizari hoye was onojera dia garha gunchedeweta. Onojera dia deatia jataranire ne oya ganyoke haga ziwaderio. Uma wasundade donzaderi hua serakwase. Yohunjanorunge yungwadenadayan. Danu ne amha ajungwaderi wayani ne ayetia se tanisege unjunhunza.
Arahaja zidogane gando ayetiri hune yukiswas. Saha hodi sasta serayanda ne.
Yungwadora zine to na yadewayer hage. Yungwayat dodarhe zinogayera ne deetiswa neda. Danu ne dogat to no dewayere yot deru ayungwajonha se.
Onujera zitoni yori hawana ne aidawada den hodu.
Sorry if I'm not talking much. I mean, I kind of read these subtitles. What the hell? Is that the apple of Eden? Or
Onahoda tiga.
some,
Kanho.
that don't really look like...
Oyane?
It's supposed to be transparent like that, or is it missing a texture?
Greetings, Guardian.
Are you a spirit?
You may think of me as such.
Where am I?
You are where you were before.
Juno.
If you mean to ask what it is you now see, it is known as the Nexus. From here, probabilities are calculated so that the proper path may be chosen.
What path?
Yours.
Oh, I'm a bird? Avoid
Follow me.
mid-air collisions. Well, I'm screwed. Okay.
What have you done to me?
Selected a form familiar to your culture. It is designed to ease navigation. We have waited millennia for your arrival. You,
Oh,
who will bring to him the last piece, that he may open the door.
I do not understand.
Nor need you. I sense my words.
goddamn
cause
inverted
pain,
controls.
but such was not my intention. You are important, child, in more ways than you will ever know. As we speak, Forces gather in secret,
Oh.
preparing to seize control of the land. If they succeed, the sanctuary will be breached.
Ooh, oh my god. Flying as a bird is dangerous. Oh, goddamn. See, now I pressed up and. You know. I swear to God, it was inverted before, and now it wasn't.
Follow me.
Because I pressed up there to go down, and freaking, you know.
What have you done to me?
Selected a form familiar to your culture. It is designed to ease navigation. We have waited millennia for your arrival. You,
Okay, up,
who will bring to him
goes
the
up.
last
Nope,
peace,
now it goes down.
that he may open the door.
Okay,
I do not
you're screwing with
understand.
me, game.
Nor
See, I'm
need
pressing
you. I
down now,
sense my words cause pain. But such was not my intention.
and it's going up.
You are important, child, in more ways than you will ever know. As we speak, forces gather in secret, preparing to seize control of the land. If they succeed, the sanctuary will be breached.
Okay, I'm pressing up and goes down.
Yours is a special
Whack.
lineage. Past, present, future. Many are connected to you. Many who have changed the world, who will change the world. So too shall you. I have called you
I
here
barely
that you
touched
might
it.
know
I
your
barely
duty.
touched it.
You must protect the
Screw it.
sanctuary from those who would undo our work.
What sanctuary? What work?
Oh my god.
Maintaining your current course will result in a negative outcome. Premature access will destabilize the region. Your village and its people will be destroyed.
Oh. Well, this is not a good sign. I already failed twice,
What am I to do?
and I have all this to
You will
do.
learn of a man who will provide additional training. Seek this symbol. No doubt you have many questions. Time will see them answered. For now, you must
Uh-oh.
follow.
Uh-oh.
Leading is
Follow
free.
up this. Okay. Don't look at it, guys. Don't look at it. Oh, it's awful. Horrible. No good. Very bad. I'll replay that. We've done such a good job so far. But I'm not gonna freaking sit through it again. All that talking, and right there at the end, I would have lost. Oh, now I'm just in the forest. That's great.
Radun hagedun got nu ni satka to tiga gari wayarunitstun.
Adun hets wagena duni. Wa garo di rungwe daya jadatka. Agena dun hase onio di akande. Da tune tiga runungwe. Izi na gahanda di tunes. Gariwe siwa gaderiandere. Tanu ize gi oni. Arahajo di zadetni gorizo ne dosa seri wayena.
Yungar haratstune ayede wadun hunjanuna. Nekti da sheri de nise. De ot den ju hage on hunjage dano ya taundo ayun guada se dunhage.
Ja ka atakit skodage dano agader harda dene ay de wanda ne.
Wat gunya do dari sigi. Owadu
Oh,
era osete.
I may leave?
Oh nu jera di desaderi huadenyani.
Aze gonya tak kweni da guri huadeni. Ya hasa giga. Ase tari jina hoda ze sakstit kada kunegas. Tonu e dagatka tone gari huayerdonitsto. Ne egi garun gwera hawi o yashnena zinio zizatnista hawa shagoshnena.
Yama.
Serdia sadoga nekti gets hani sozi ezos are harde. Was sezakane gari huayerdonitstu. Satahatsari.
Oh, and look at that. Sequence 4 complete. Frickin' I would have had full sequence right there if I didn't fail. That's a big fat bummer right there, I'll be honest.
Leaving home was harder than I thought. I expected the journey would fill me with a sort of pride, a sense
Sequence
of
5.
accomplishment.
Frontier,
But whatever it was that
1769.
carried me away from home soon fled, replaced by questions and no small amount of doubt. Had I been too hasty? Had I made a mistake? The others in the village, they thought this was something I wanted, something I chose to do. But it never felt that way to me. No, it was not a choice. It was an obligation. Because if not me, then who?
Huh? Is that buried treasure down there? Oh, that's a long way down. Maybe it's up. It might be up. Before we condemn ourselves to death, let's try up. Yes. It was not up. Whoops. Whoop. I'm doing something. It is down. Damn. Well, anyway, we gotta call it here. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode, you beautiful bastards. I'm sorry that the first 25 minutes of this bloody thing was reading, but you know, I gotta look at all the lore. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.